Hi, good morning. Welcome to Daily Report. So we have a special episode today, and I would encourage you all to attend if you can uh, at 12:15 Pacific time, or I believe it's 2:15 Central Time. Interview with Steve Burns, one of the successful trader out there, and he's also author of this book called New Trader, Rich Trader. So I'm also looking forward to attend Chris's this session today. So if you can, I would encourage you to do so. All right, let's get started. We have Let's look into the news first. So that's kind of the first thing I am looking at it today. So if you don't know what we have done, we kind of gather the news, all around us, put it together right here. You can see. Sometime you have time to click on each link to see whether it's a positive news or negative news. But here you can quickly see whether it's like positive or a negative or a neutral news. So the sentiment you can see about that particular news topic, you will be able to see. Plus, uh, if you're wondering which news is making headlines, so we have algorithm around that as well. You can quickly see which news is making headlines right now, whether it's a positive, negative. For example, this news right here, Nvidia under anti-monopoly investigation in China, and if you can see, this is like marked as red. So you see the Nvidia's share price today; it's definitely down. Um, Another cool thing that if you have not seen on our platform yet is this thing called high coverage news. So think about it: the companies which are getting picked up in the news media, some of these channels, for example, there's a lot of coverage around Macy's today. And if you see quickly, there's a lot of positive, neutral. And I go and see, for example, Macy's, right? Uh, it is up today almost 1.5% today. So it's green. And if you can see like how our algorithms, we can put together all of this news all around us and see which news is getting a lot of coverage along with sentiment, and then see some of these things, how it impacts the price around us. So let's take another example, just to show you. And again, this is just one of the factor, when we decide like how we use our data to determine. But let's look into one more high coverage news. Let's say, okay, SMCI, we talked about it. Let's see, Palantir. So without reading news, like I'm not even reading it right now, so I see this mixed emotions. So negative, neutral, positive, so it's kind of like a mix for this stock. And I don't know what's happening with Palantir. It's down 4%. But again, this is just one of the factor that we look into it. But this news feature, if you haven't checked it out, it's very useful. It will quickly give you an idea. You can search for any stock right here, right? You can search for any stock, and see if the new sentiment is positive. Let's say I want to search for Apple, and I'm curious, how Apple. So for Apple, I mean, you see ton of positive news. There's one negative news. So you will be able to quickly look into, if there's, a lot of negative news, lot of positive news, because in addition to other factors, many times these positive reinforcement from the news actually push the stock up or down. So it's really, really useful. Let me make myself smaller actually so you can see here. Okay. So this is, you can find our news section right here on our dashboard, the last one. Let's look into today. We have almost uh, just seven. new stocks in bull list and 74 in bear list. And again, right now, one thing I noticed that in the market breadth section, this is specifically I look for this thing that if you look into S&P 500, the market breadth is kind of going down. Like you look into this line here, it's in moving downward. You look into how many stocks in uptrend. So S&P 500 has 500 companies in it, right? So imagine you have more companies going in uptrend, less companies going in downtrend. You can think about that a stock or S&P 500 in this case is moving upward. So I try to place my bets when it just starts to move upward. When it starts to move downward, I try to be very, very careful. You may see volatile days like today, Friday, before that, maybe one day it's up, one day it's down. But if you're looking for like short term trades, right? So this play a key role in my decision making. And for now, like if you see, there are less stocks in down uptrend today and more stocks in downtrend today. So if I'm planning to go long, I may wait. So that's kind of like my logic here. But if you're like long-term investor, I mean, there are some strategies, by the way, around our uptrend indicator as well. So you can definitely use that. You can look into news sentiment right here. You can look into some of the other data. So again, for me, I am personally just watching right now how the market is unfolding. I have a couple of open position. I'm looking very closely if I need to close them or not, but we'll see. A quick update on what is coming next. So we have a lot of development going on right now. We have one release coming in next couple of weeks. Uh, we are adding one more new indicator around how you see the heat map today for individual stocks. We are gonna give you a viewpoint of a full index and sector from the heat map values perspective, and I'll go over that indicator once it is live. We have few more changes coming in. For example, right now, you can only add stocks in your favorite list. Means there's only one custom list that you can track today. But in this next release, you will be able to create a new custom list, add as many stocks as you can in it for tracking purposes. We are upgrading our notifications. What does that mean? You will be able to set notification for any stock. Any stock right now, you only get notifications, for example, any stocks in favorites, right? If a stock is in favorite, you can manage your notification, like when the uptrend is starting, when the buy or sell signal is there, things like that. But going forward, you will be able to set up custom notifications for any stocks. Think about it. You're going to have like a notification icon here. You click on it. You can set your notifications not just for, let's say, a stock is going into uptrend or downtrend. You can also have notification when a buy and sell signal comes. You can also have a notification if you want to see when that stock has crossed above or below certain heat map value, or it has not changed. For example, from yesterday, many people call it heat map stall. So you will be able to set up these notifications. Um, you know it will be available in next couple of weeks. So we have a lot of things planned that are gonna come in earlier next year as well. And one thing that you will notice about is we are working hard to make it even simpler for you to use. Right now, yes, you have to understand these charts, you have to know how it works, what to look for, things like that. But one thing that we will start working on Q1 2025 is something around offering these back tested strategy libraries which you can copy, get notifications, whenever they trigger. So it's gonna be very fun. It's gonna be uh, very easy for even someone who is just getting started. For example, um, I have a lot of friends, for example, they get scared when I show them these charts, right? So not everybody is a trader, not everybody's like, yeah, let me look at the chart, you know yeah, I understand it well, I'm very comfortable when this happens. Some people are not, very comfortable with that. So this strategy library that we are working toward is gonna simplify that. And a beginner or even intermediary level trader or an investor can use some of these strategies. I will go over more details as we are getting closer to this update. But for now, whatever you will see is kind of a step toward that bigger goal that we are working for. So I'm hoping that you will like this new feature. I'm always looking for feedback. If you have some words or some suggestions, feel free to send me a note in Discord channel. That's all for today. And again, if you have not secured your annual pass, you can go to our website ovtlyr.com and get your annual pass, which is just for $329 a year. That's all for today. And again, just a reminder, we have a very, very interesting session with Steve Burns. Chris is running that, and I'm personally planning to attend today. And if you can, please do so. Thanks all for joining, and I'll see you.